Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. It's Terry, your host. I was gonna do a video when I got stopped today, but I got stopped prematurely. I got a my right rear tandem tire is blown. I'm on the side of Interstate 57. I'm 4 miles in Missouri, that is, and I'm 4 miles from the intersection with I-55. The irony of like blowing it here is that I was actually only going about 7 more miles to the Loves that's up here. I'm heading to Joplin, Missouri, so I'm taking like the US 60 across. So since I'm waiting for help to come and I got to pull the spare, it's actually kind of cool. There is a spare. I noticed it on some of the other trailers, but there's a spare, mounted spare under the trailer. So yeah, if I had a jack and an impact wrench, I'd already been gone. I'd already changed it, but I don't have that stuff with me. Anyway, so I kind of took a shortcut from, I was on I-24 over in Kentucky, and I just got a message. Loves will be out here in 30 to 45 minutes. Okay. Actually, that's all right. So I-24 goes north, kind of cuts north and heads, like when you're in Kentucky, you cross the Mississippi and it kind of then tacks up where it hits I-57. And then you can go north and get over to St. Louis, or stay on 57 and go up to Chicago, I guess. But rather than going to the top of that triangle, I cut across the bottom of it on US 62, and then I got over to dang, I can't remember the name of that little town. Anyway, it's a town right on the Ohio River in Kentucky, and picked up US 60, and 60 and 62 run together. So as you leave that town, you go over the Ohio River on a bridge that's pretty dang narrow, and so you go over, and then you're in Illinois, and you're at the very, very tip, the very southern tip of Illinois, because if you take a right, you go north to Cairo, or if you take a left, you basically just cross over the Mississippi on a bridge that, I kid you not, is even narrower. It is by far the narrowest bridge I've ever driven a truck on, and other than like some one-lane bridge somewhere out in the sticks that I've ridden my bike over or driven a car over, it's definitely the narrowest bridge. Anyway, so you cross the Ohio, you're on dry land for about 500 yards, and then you go across the Mississippi. So, and you could see where they come together, obviously. So got over here and blew a tire. But anyway, here's what I wanted to update everybody on. I promised people that I would share parts of what my wife and I are doing and where we're going with our being at Prime. So I had a conversation with my wife, and she's kind of the business manager, and so she is, and she had a meeting with our accountants. And I've said this before in other videos, and if you haven't watched those videos, you might want to go back and look at them, because there's some good little tidbits. And I think I might have told a story in videos where I used to tell people at a networking group I went to that I thought I was a pretty bright guy, but that I didn't do dental work on my kids. And sometimes people would look at me quizzically, you know, like, yeah, obviously you don't do dental work on your kids. And my point about the dental work on my kids is that you need to get professional help. So, you know, like I said, my wife is a bright woman. I think I'm pretty bright, but I don't know all the tax laws. You know, I didn't take tax law in law school, and it's a specialty area. So I count on CPAs to know how to advise me on, and you know, us on things. So what we've done, and I think I might have talked about this already, but we set up a couple of LLCs. This truck is I'll have to get back with you. The Loves guy is already here. That's like, wow. All right, I'll get you in a little bit. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. So yeah, I got the tire changed. It turns out that dragging a mounted, aired up super single out from underneath your trailer is it's a young man's game. The biggest part of the problem was I couldn't get the tire to, once I got it out of the rack, I couldn't get it to stand straight up. The trailer was too low, so I basically had to dead man drag it out from underneath the trailer for the tack, but it's done. And I got him to put the rim and the shreds back after we finished. Got some dirt on my head. Okay, so getting back to what we were talking about, how we set our entities up. So I think I might have mentioned this before, that we set up an entity that is leasing the truck. So it's not me personally, and not my wife personally. We have an entity, an LLC. And then we also set up, and that LLC is owned wholly by another LLC that's our management company. So we have a management company that's going to manage all of the LLCs that hold all of the assets we have, and that's how we've structured that. But I am an employee. So those are LLCs, but for tax purposes, we're being treated as S-corps, both of those LLCs. And that's an election. I've talked about entity selection and S-corp elections in previous videos. But what's happening is that I am going to be, or I am, a W-2 employee of the LLC that leases this truck. And I am not getting paid by the mile, I'm getting paid a salary. And honestly, I don't remember what my wife said it was, because whatever she said, I was like, okay, fine. And and then I'm also getting per diem. So, you know, a portion of what my earnings are going to be, you know, untaxed. And then my wife is earning a salary as an employee of the management company. And then she also, because it's an S-corp, and again, I talked about this in a previous video, she's able to take dividends from the company based on, you know, profits and stuff. So it's not, you know, not taxed as ordinary income, it's taxed as capital gains. So that's the structure. And, you know, I'm going to continue to fill in the blanks, but I have talked to some other people about how, you know, I had somebody call me, we touched base, and we talked for quite a while. And he's not with Prime, he's with a different company, and he's going owner-op, and we talked about, he already had an LLC, and, you know, he said, how can I be an employee of the LLC? And I'm like, you know, make your wife the sole member of it. You know, the money is earned by the truck, and then you're just a W-2 employee of it. And I've also done videos where I talked about the advantage of being a W-2 employee over a 1099, even when it's your own company. So anyway, that's a little bit of the picture. I will you know, update you as we go, and I got I'm gonna drop this load tomorrow in Joplin, Missouri, and then I'm actually going up the road to our terminal in Springfield. It's the first time I'll be there, and I'm going to be taking a class on Monday, and I got to get some repairs done. My APU is actually not working. That's why the truck's idling. And actually my idle shutdown is not working correctly either, which is sort of kind of a blessing since the APU is not working. But it does burn more fuel. So I'll update you, keep you in the loop. We got a lot of good content coming up, some interesting news that I'll share with you, and you know, hope you can stick around for the trip. Oh, by the way, I'll tell you next time. All right, take care. Bye.